Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Junto Podcast. We are excited to be here, and we've got some good how-to tips on saving money today. Everybody likes a good how-to, so that's what we're going to talk about today. This is for us just as much as it's for everyone else.
Definitely.
If not more. I'm kidding.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and fantastic intro. And I think we're just going to jump right in. A lot of content, and in the vein of New Year, New Us, like we talked about last week, in all things trying to, just maybe doing some internal introspection in areas of weakness for us personally.
Clean out stuff
is a little bit challenging. Just saving, and not only between just meeting the needs of family and life and things of that, but just really planning for the future. And of course, there's one guy I think when it comes to finance that everybody thinks of immediately. Who do you think that is?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey.
He
Absolutely.
knows his stuff. He's good.
Really good. If you listen to his podcast, he's got a really successful show. He's just successful. I mean, my gosh.
Smart guy.
It's Dave Ramsey.
Smart guy.
So we're going to look at things from one of Dave's articles, 23 tips. Don't know if we'll get into all of these, but 23 tips to help you save money. Now, it's important to save money. And we're kind of always, I take an approach where I don't want to put everything back because I'm like, well, tomorrow's not promised. So, how do you manage that tension between living in the now, but also being prepared for the future? And that's one of the things that I've always kind of struggled with.
Yeah, good balance.
Absolutely.
Got some questions here just to make sure that you are that person that needs this how-to, which is probably everybody.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
There's no wrong or right answers.
Okay.
It's just, for your own introspection and do you need this podcast? Do you need the information from this? So
listen anyway.
Yeah, listen anyway, but, this will help affirm that, yes, you need to listen to this. Okay.
Correct.
So do you want to save more money to accomplish your money goals fast, find some breathing room in your budget, stop relying on credit cards for emergencies, add more security in your life, or all of the above?
I like that.
So if you answered yes to any of those questions, then we've got some tips for you.
It's kind of like one of those things where automatically you're going to answer yes.
Yes.
But again, you can find this article. This is from Ramsey. The title of the article is How to Save Money, 23 Tips That Work. And I love the questions.
I like tips.
They kind of get us to where we're thinking about, do we need this? And the answer,
yes.
Obviously.
The answer is yes.
Is yes.
Everyone can do better. I mean, regardless of it. Some people say better than others. You say better than me. But of course, anyway, I won't go into all that.
I do save better than you, though.
Yes, but we have our understanding, or the way we work is that, you put some of your money. We have our joint account, and so I pay most of the bills from that one, and so there's another account, and you're able to save more with that one.
Oh, is that what it is?
You use it for other things as well, some bills, but not, the majority is paid from the joint.
So what you're trying to say, your account is strictly business and paying bills. That's why you can't put back
groceries. These kids be eating they starving to death every day.
Speaking of eating, y'all, right now, literally in about 3 minutes, we're expecting snow. Yes, we're recording this.
Winter Storm Heather.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
I don't
ironically.
know why they named it that.
Oh, I think I know why. Heathers are dangerous. But I was going to say, because you were talking about eating them. So we stocked up a little bit. We're around here in Arkansas, even at the threat of snow, people are going crazy at the grocery store. But we're let's stock up a little bit. And man, these kids, I called them snow snacks. And I'm like, y'all already eating through all the snow snacks? What is going on?
As soon as they come in the door, it's like, oh, can I open these? Can I go ahead and have some of these? I'm
100%.
Dude.
So the snow snacks are going to be gone before the snow even hits.
I can imagine if we had boys. We've got all girls, so they be eating.
I think the Lord knew, as He always does, what we needed.
What to send us.
That's right. All right.
Yes.
Well, cool. Well, without further ado, we just want to hopefully provide as always, some encouragement, but also useful tips if you're out there and a financial goal was part of your 2024 resolution. And even if it's not, maybe you just need to, maybe kind of you're in a stump, maybe you need some creative ways to start saving money. Well, this article, again, it's from Dave Ramsey. It's not ours. We're going to add our own conversation to it, but these are really good suggestions on how to save money. So with that, I will let you kick us off.
Number one.
Make
a budget.
Very simple, but
difficult.
But
difficult. It takes some time. It's just a plan for your money. That's what a budget is. And for some people, it's hard to sit and put pen to paper and say, okay, this is how much that goes here, because it's work. It takes some time. But if you were to do all of the other steps or tips that we're going to give you and you fail to make a budget and plan, then you failed.
Yeah.
What do they say? What is it?
You're thinking of
plan. Fail to plan to fail.
There you go.
I was like, ugh.
Hey, I was just going to let your mind. I saw the wheels. You're just turning.
Why didn't you save me?
Hey, it makes for good listening entertainment.
Rude.
I'm just saying.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
So, think of this as a map to get you to your money goals. You need a budget.
And I want to say this before we get to any of the other tips, because this is really, really important. This is where kind of we have struggled. Guys, if you're married, you have to get on the same page with your budget, with your finances rather. And the reason I say that is because if you're not both invested in making the budget, and one of you is going to be trying to like save and plan and do all this, and the other one is just not going to do it. Heather,
how dare you put me in that
No,
category?
but it's what's happened. Be honest.
I try, and I've come a long way, and I do better.
You have come so far.
And my thing is, okay, I take care of the bills and the things that need to be paid for.
So you should be able to create the budget easy.
That frees you up to be able to do the extra mile and plan the extra things. And
so you want me to, but
I do my part, you do your part.
But here's where I need you, because you mentioned you do pay all the bills. Like the budget is listing in literally everything we pay per month, and then putting those amounts in. And since you're paying, like you are putting the money.
Well, and I do. I know that our biggest ones, vehicles and house, okay? I know when those have to be paid.
Yeah.
I know the date. It's already in my head, even though I have it in my phone. So I know that, okay, with these paychecks, this is what we're paying. With this amount of money, this is what we're paying with this. I know those things.
I love it.
I know those things.
Well, good. Well, we're going to get a budget, but I really say that in all seriousness. In all seriousness, just to say that before you begin any of these things, before we even talk about Dave's tips, my personal tip would be as a couple, please get on the same page. And as you're making plans or listening or going through this, incorporate that and do it together. It will make this process a whole lot easier. So
you make it sound like we're not on the same page.
No, we are. That's why we're doing this. We're getting on the same page, girl. Amen.
All right, number two.
Number two is say goodbye to debt. Now,
that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I know sometimes that's easier said than done.
Right.
The cool thing about Dave Ramsey is that there are so many resources, the snowball effect, which is basically one way that I think you take your lowest payment, let's say it's a credit card, and you've got that credit card, it's got the lowest balance. Well, you do the snowball, so you basically pay that off. And then the money that you were paying monthly to pay that card, you then apply that to the next debt. And it's called a snowball, but getting out of debt, that's huge. Yeah. And let me just read you a little bit what it says. It says, I'm not the only one who says ditching your debt is a top tip or saving money, but even if I was, I'd still shout it from the rooftops because I've lived this. And basically it says, look how much money debt is taking from the average American. This is staggering right here. The average student loan payment is $393.
Oh my gosh.
Average credit card payment based on a 2% minimum payment is $116.10. And then the average new car payment is $700. That's a total of $1,209.10. And that's just for those three things. I mean,
Goodness.
my goodness. So,
Yeah. Also, paying off debt takes time and effort. It does. It takes work.
intentionality.
You have to be intentional. You have to do it. We've done better in different seasons, and we've done worse in other seasons. I think we've learned a lot. Still, paying for some of the mistakes
Yeah.
that we've made in the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do have student loans. I think those are some of the things that, there's some things, you go into debt for a house. Who has money to pay for a house? Well, you have to finance it, know?
Right.
Vehicles, they're doggone expensive. So,
Even base models these days is like,
yes,
you're going to drop
they're
some coins.
expensive.
I mean,
everything's expensive and everything
Right.
is going up. Goodness, insurance, you just, we could name everything that we have to pay and
Yeah.
then you get to the second level of, okay, things that we don't necessarily have to have, but feel like we need, so on and so forth. Wants, vacation, all that stuff. Anyway, life is expensive.
it is. It is.
know?
And so that even more reason that I think these conversations are important. And again, everything we do here at the Junto podcast or the Together podcast, if you prefer, it's really about practical life and about just doing life together and finding ways where we can just talk about real life situations. And
Yeah.
I love the third one in this because we're talking about debt, we're talking about what it is to save, and then it says actually set a savings goal. Set a savings goal.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best way to save money is just by setting a goal.
You got it. Yeah, that's good to set it and actually have something
Right.
to work towards and be able to say, we're getting closer and closer. Because if not, if you're just, we're going to save.
Yeah.
Gotta have a plan.
This might be a Dave Ramsey strategy as well, but one of the things that we talked about, we got some pretty financially savvy people around us, and we actually did a series in our church one time, but it was more conversational, but I think they said, like, do it in stages. So the first thing you need to do, everything needs to have a $1,000 reserve or emergency fund. So the way I've been taught is work on that. Get your $1,000 emergency fund. Get that. You never know when a car is going to go out. Heat, air, a plethora.
Plethora.
Like that. A plethora
Plethora.
of things could happen. But set aside that $1,000 emergency fund, and then go beyond that. You can put it separately, but then just start saving. And I don't have a savings goal, but I do have an allotted amount that's just taken out of
comes out.
my check.
Yeah.
Outside of the 401k.
So you don't even see it. So you don't even really
You don't miss it. That's right.
Yeah, that's good. And you don't let me know that you have it.
Oh, I would never do that. Gosh.
I think it's a Dave Ramsey thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was one of his things, but it said if anyone depends on your income, one person, multiple, whatever, then you need to have that emergency. I think it even said your salary, like, is it 3 months worth saved or 6 months? If someone depends on your salary for their, your kids or you take care of someone else, that you need to have that much. I can't remember if it's 3 to 6 months worth of your.
No, I remember what you're
salary
talking about,
saved.
but yeah, that's
In case something happens, you could lose your job. Economy, we all know things are crazy around here. Whatever, disasters,
yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Life is crazy. Life is not always. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, exactly. You just never know. I mean, at the end of the day, you just never know. So
You don't. Stuff happens.
I just want to stress this too. If you're young, my gosh, you
Start
could
now.
be a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. And I'm not talking about even just by doing dramatic
stuff.
or drastic things. I'm just talking about simply by saving, putting your money, starting early, accumulating that. And you really, really could set yourself up. And it's crazy we talked about this because number 4 going into this is exactly what I said. It said save money automatically. So set up a direct deposit, set up a separate
Goes
account.
automatically. You don't even see it. You don't have to do anything to get there. Just goes.
And you don't miss it.
Right. That's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best. Number 5.
Number 5.
Buy generic.
Boom.
don't be a brand snob. You don't have to have all the name brand things.
Where did that come from? A brand snob. I like that. A brand snob.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good with that. I mean, I don't have to have all the name brand stuff. Now, there are some food items.
Right,
you're like,
right.
Just a couple of brand name things.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in the mind or something.
It
but
is.
Sometimes we're like, oh, this generic just
tastes
don't.
the same.
Yeah,
It's
food is kind of one of those things where you don't want to compromise on. But stuff like, medicines.
Clothing.
Clothing.
For one, people get caught up in the name brand stuff.
Well, the way I feel about clothing, you got to make the clothes look good. It ain't the other way
It's
around.
not the brand.
Clothes don't make
it's
you
how
look
you
good.
do it.
That's it. You got to learn how to make the clothes look good.
I love that.
But absolutely buy generic. So these are, simple and practical ways, but cost really can start, your savings can start to add up by making some real simple changes to a lifestyle. So
yeah, this next one is really good. Meal plan. And we've talked about that a lot. And actually, this Snowmageddon, this Winter Storm Heather, it made me think about, okay, we can do this meal and this meal and this meal. So we purchased items based on those meals. And so that's what I'm going to be cooking. We got our plans.
This storm did something. With something good going to come out of the storm.
Next week, we'll be, what are we eating this week?
Well, no, just pretend it's another storm and you can just plan our week.
Yeah, it's true. Pretend like we're going to be snowed in.
I like
from
that.
Here on out. Yeah, so plan. The best way to save on food, because honestly, if you don't make a list and you'll buy everything in the store that you don't need.
It's true.
Extra things.
Yeah.
So have a plan, stick to it. It's all those little bitty add-ons. That's all that money will just eat at your budget.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. You won't even, you're like, where did the money go? What happened? I just got groceries, but.
Well, and speaking of eating through the money, number 7, goodness gracious, y'all. We don't.
Oh, wow.
So cancel subscriptions or cancel some subscriptions and memberships. Now, y'all, we don't do direct TV or anything like that. And I feel like I've got every little app.
Because we're like, we need to save money, right?
Yeah. And then we're paying as much Netflix, Prime, by the time you add up everything max. And this is where they get you. Because you download one app and it's not going to give you everything you need, every channel that you really want.
You're like, we were watching that. And
So they all work together. It's like, well, look, we'll offer these channels.
Right.
And
y'all have these.
Y'all do those and we'll make them have to buy both.
Yeah. Man, but we did recently. We went through and we canceled a lot of things because we don't need them.
We did.
Just don't need them. And it feels good. So, cancel those subscriptions.
Gosh.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time on it.
Number 8. This one is, this is different. Read us number 8.
Adjust your tax withholdings. It says if you're getting huge tax refunds each year, that means you've been loaning the government money every month without interest.
Goodness.
It said, I don't think so, hon. We don't play that.
Verbatim. That's what it says.
It's time to adjust your tax withholding. Put that money back into your monthly budget.
Interesting.
So, okay, there's different types of folks. Some folks like the money to come out more monthly so that they do get a large lump sum for their taxes. Others want to have less taken out so that they have that for monthly budget. So, I feel like it's maybe a preference thing depending on, okay, what are you looking for as your goal for this lump sum? Are you going to blow it or are you going to save it and use it throughout the year, spread it out monthly?
I'd like to see more stats on this, and here's why. Because who knows? Maybe for instance, we typically have quite a bit withheld. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if, statistically speaking, if you end up giving the government more money by doing that. In other words, do you really get everything back that you're supposed to? And maybe Dave is trying to say here
that you don't. Get it monthly. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
That is interesting.
I would encourage you to do your research on that. Look at your situation. I'm not well versed enough, but it is food for thought.
Yeah.
That's an area.
And check your tax bracket as well, because it's different for different levels. Too. So just got to know your stuff. And,
Gotta know it.
Yeah.
Google research,
right.
and
Do
see
some
what's
research. Yeah. Number 9, check your insurance rates.
Check them. Woo,
You may be paying more than you need to for coverage that you don't need.
Insurance is out the frame. Good Lord.
Or you could be underinsured. And then, something happened and then you realize, oh, wow, I was underinsured. Now, look where I am.
Yeah.
After something has happened. Don't stick your head in the sand. Find out about your stuff, people.
Yeah.
Because problems aren't going to go away.
Well, it's crazy too. I, as a former insurance agent, I think I'm still licensed, but you do have to check that stuff annually. Man, our homeowners insurance skyrocketed last year, and I have no idea why.
I think everyone's went up last year.
It is nuts. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're checking those types of things annually and looking at that. So
yeah, stay on top of it.
Number 10, reduce energy costs. Some of these they're practical, but a little bit difficult can be. If you're looking for easy ways to save money on your electric bill, make a few tweaks to your home.
These are some simple things, though.
Start with some simple things like taking shorter showers. He didn't say take fewer showers. Fixing the toilet that runs continuously, washing your clothes in cold water, which we do that significantly. And then turning the lights off when you leave a room. So, yeah, these are very, very practical.
Yes, we can all work on those things.
It says you'll be shocked at how these small changes can really add up.
Yeah,
and I certainly believe that for sure.
For sure. Number 11, and this is a good one.
This is a great one.
Pack your lunch because the dang fast food, restaurant food, when you're at work, you're in a hurry and you got to eat. Man, that stuff adds up. McDonald's isn't even cheap anymore.
Y'all,
a
family our size, and I'm just going to be transparent here. We can't eat fine dining most of the time because even the fast food for a family our size, I think if we were to go to McDonald's, the typical cost that we would spend for our family, even with trying to do the bundles at McDonald's, is going to be $35 to $40 every time. Yes, I
was going to say $40. If we went to a sit-down restaurant like Cracker Barrel, it's going to be $80 to $90
just for our family, and
every time.
And that's not fine dining, guys.
No, that's not fine dining.
I love Cracker Barrel, nothing against Cracker Barrel, but
it's expensive. Packing your lunch. So that also goes back to the meal planning. You have to have the groceries to be like, okay, so we can take sandwiches one day, or we can make this soup and then we can have it for the next couple of days.
Give them the stats under that. Listen to this staggering.
Let's see. So the average household spends about $3,639 on food outside of the home each year. That's $303 a month.
$303
Imagine
a
if you
month.
had that to put back or pay towards something else.
Wow.
And some of that is spent going out for lunch at work. So pack your midday meal instead. It's a great way to save money and eat healthier. Because let's be honest, what are our options around here? There's not a whole lot of healthy eating establishments.
Amen.
Right?
Exactly.
Fresh fruit.
Fresh
veggies.
Yep.
We can all stand to eat a little bit more of those.
100%.
But it all goes back to planning. Plan. What did I say?
Plan.
Fail to plan to fail.
Well, and number 12, right after that, is just simply stop eating out. It says, are y'all ready for me to level up the last challenge? What if you stop eating out completely?
Wow.
All right. So if you can't, at the very least, pack your lunch. But if you can stop eating out. So let's create a challenge here. If you're listening to this, I encourage you, because I think that's something we're going to try to do. I'm going to try to go a full month packing my lunch.
You're going to pack your lunch?
I mean, I'll eat a packed lunch.
We are going to pack lunch.
I'm saying I'll eat a packed lunch, whether it's me packing it or someone else.
Wow.
You don't pack my... Wow. I mean, Lord. Look, most of the time...
Oh, my gosh. Any lunch that you've ever had, I've packed it.
That is not true. I packed it. It's typically leftovers.
Lord help us. Good leftovers, like soup, like I said earlier, if we make a lot of soup, I typically make a big pot.
Amen.
We can eat it for the next couple of days. Come
hallelujah,
on now.
Hallelujah.
Come on now. Hallelujah, holla back.
All right.
That's right. And I was also going to add, yes, stop eating out so much during the week, and make those times special when you do eat out or take the kids to the restaurant, or you go on a date, or just treat yourself, whatever. But don't make it so commonplace that it's like, I'm so sick of all these places around here. I have them all the time. Make it special. Eat at home.
Look, our kids don't even want to eat at home. They're so used to eating out.
They are.
It's ridiculous.
They prefer processed
Yes.
fast food over a home-cooked meal.
Number 15.
And that's not my cooking.
No, yeah, you cook fantastically.
No, probably is my
No,
cooking.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
You got it?
Oh.
Me. Okay, number 13. Use your employer's retirement match.
Oh, I do that.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think that's a really a blessing.
Yeah, if your employer offers that, make sure
401k
you're
matching.
doing the max you can do. Do it.
It's like free money. Oh my gosh, do it. Yes.
Yeah. So definitely take advantage of that. Number 14.
Oh my gosh, number 14.
Switch your cell phone plan, man. And I sigh
We
at
have
that
talked
because
about
we've
this.
been, ours is so
We're
expensive.
looking into it.
It's insanity.
It's
It's a lot, y'all.
a car payment
Basically,
for all the devices.
we have a lot. And we also have like family members who are older, and we take care of them and pay for their phone and do things like that too. But still,
We could probably do better with a different plan.
100%. 100.
Number 15.
15.
Oh, wow. Here is a challenge.
Yes.
Here's a challenge. If you didn't like the other challenge, here's another one. Try a no-spend month.
I actually had a friend or colleague at work who did that.
Really?
And she, I think it was like the month of November, or maybe it was September last year. But it was interesting to see, and I'm encouraged
So break that
now.
down. What? Okay, no spend. So spend on what?
So these are anything leisurely. Obviously, gas and things of that nature, you still have
Things
to
that you have
spend.
to.
But the Amazon purchases, the shirts, and you're just browsing and bored and you want to buy something. No,
Yeah.
you got to cut all that out for a month. And listen, if you do that a couple of times a year,
become a
my
habit.
gosh, you're setting yourself up for success. That's extra money
Yeah.
that you have to put back. And you would be surprised how much needless spending we all of us actually do, myself included. So
I feel like it would be good to be very strategic with which month that you do that in.
yeah,
Because some months, depending on, events and things that are going on. So be strategic about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Help yourself out. Don't make it harder on yourself.
I like that.
At least starting out, you'll get better
Correct.
and better at it as you go. So
Amen.
just
All right.
make sure you know your parameters.
For sure.
Ooh, it says get an accountability partner. Have a friend take the challenge with you.
That would be
It'll
helpful.
help.
Yeah.
You want to be my partner?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we would have to be. We do it in the same household.
Right.
For
right.
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Number
Next one.
16.
Yep.
DIY everything. Goodness.
Wow.
Before you shell out the cash to pay for a new backsplash bench or fancy light fixture, think about doing it yourself. Usually the cost of materials and simple YouTube search will save you a ton of money on here. So very
Gosh,
good.
We used to be more crafty.
Oh man, so
in
much
our
more.
younger days. Seems like we had more time to do DIY.
Yeah,
And we actually
exactly.
enjoyed it. Now it's like, let's just see if we can find someone to take care of that for us.
Right. Oh my gosh. It's almost easier just to pay someone to do that.
The headache and
Jeez.
yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. It's that you remember we used to watch that show? Oh gosh, what was it? Not DIY disasters, but DIY something.
Yeah.
Where it would show the couples and they had a plan. They were going to remodel
it
the
never
bathroom.
worked out the way they wanted
No,
to.
they'd get the supplies and they say, "All right, in the morning we're going to start."
What was funny too, they would take off a week from work thinking
Yes.
a week was enough time.
Yes, or a couple of days.
Couple of days.
Always cost more money.
Yes.
Always took more time. And the thing that got me was they would wake up the morning that they're starting and they would have to, all right, we're going to go to the store and get our supplies. I'm
Like they weren't even ready.
no, you had that before.
Right.
Anyway,
I wonder if that
what
was
that
scripted
called?
on the show.
It probably was for.
I don't know, but that was a good
the,
one. I missed that. We're going to have to Google that.
Can't remember the name. It was something DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Probably lots of divorces have come out
Arguments
of-
for sure.
Yeah. Oh gosh, number 17.
Skip
the coffee shop.
it, girl.
And we
Skip
kind
it.
of talked about this yesterday because my mother-in-law got a what is it? A McCoffee?
It's a iced
coffee machine
maker. Yeah.
for Christmas. And she wasn't sure how to use it. She said, "Hey, take this home. Y'all figure out how to use it, whatever." And you reminded me yesterday that we do have it. And we do have the supplies, and instead of going to, McDonald's and getting a mocha frappe for what are they, $3-4, or going to, some even more expensive like Starbucks, where they're $6 and up.
7 brew.
Yeah, 7 brew.
And I even ordered you a bag of mocha coffee from Amazon. So it's like, girl, I'm trying to get you your flavors.
Yeah, you did good.
all
So
right.
yeah, there's the little places where you can save. Man, if you counted it up weekly, how much it would save you. It really does add up.
That's it.
It really does.
Number 18, you're a reader. You like to read?
Mm-hmm.
Well, get a library card. Before you click add to cart on the brand new book, get yourself a library card.
Yeah.
And if you're more into audiobooks or ebooks, grab an app like Libby that connects to your library so you can check out those versions from your phone or tablet. So maybe you're not necessarily trying to start a collection, but you just like reading. You're an avid reader.
Yeah.
Something to consider. For me, I personally like collecting books, so that probably wouldn't be something.
Yeah.
No, after I read them, for sure.
And you could use that for anything. It doesn't have to be for reading your books, but look for places like, what is your hobby? What do you typically spend money on that you could find another alternative to? Do some research on the stuff that you like. There are free things in the atmosphere.
In the ether. That's right.
You have to look for them. They're probably hard to come by, but look for them. Number 19, stuff your cash envelopes.
Step away from the plastic. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
it's
tell
hard
us
to
about
have
that.
cash. So, go ahead, take the credit and debit cards out of your wallet. Start using the cash envelope system to practice mindful spending. So when you use cash, it activates the pain centers of your brain, creating more friction for every purchase. Simply put, when you spend cash, you feel it. So it's going to hurt worse than when you just swiping. Because you don't see, there's nothing there. You're just like, it's in the air, that money. So you don't see it go as much. But when you have cash and you're like, okay, this is all my cash that I have. Like, it's gone.
Well,
you're going to spend less.
And to expound, and I'm not sure of all the intricacies or details of the cash envelope system, but essentially what you do is you take your money and you put it all in envelopes. For instance,
bills.
This is bills, this is grocery, and you put
Gas.
allotted amounts in there.
Even like entertainment,
Out to
miscellaneous.
eat, that's it.
Clothing.
That's it.
All of it. Can you imagine? I know that when I go in, we have a gas station. We're kind of like in the middle of the country and town, but we have a gas station. So it's like, woo. Anyway, if I know that I'm using cash to pay for something, I'm going to be much more aware of how much each item is and what I can get and what I can't than if I'm just going to, swipe a card. And
that's right.
Whatever I get, it's just going to pile up. But yeah.
I love this. Number 20, and we only got 3 more. I know we're moving through these quickly. But again, number 20, stay out that store. When you're learning how to save money, don't even think about putting yourself in a tempting environment. So stay out that store.
Don't even go in. If you go in, you're getting something.
You getting it.
That you don't need. Don't go
need
in.
It, but you're getting it anyway.
Avoid it. Replace that shopping trip with something else fun you like baking cookies with the family.
Hey.
Shopping, baking
Love
cookies.
Well, and number 21 goes hand in hand. It says use cashback apps and coupons. So, don't go in there, but if you absolutely must, use coupons, clip them.
Did you say coupons?
Coupons? I don't know.
Coupons. What do I say typically? Coupons?
I don't know. Maybe coupons. I don't know.
It probably is coupons, but I think I say coupons.
I think they're both right. Tomato, tomato.
Let's do that. Maybe. Yes, cashback coupons. I don't use those enough. It's almost like I'm already here.
We did the rewards though, like on the apps, Chick-fil-A apps, Lenny's app, things like that. That's why I like
the apps. You talk about me with the apps all the time, but I'll tell you, you do save and you get rewards with those things
when they work properly.
Yes, we had a recent
yesterday, in fact. Yeah. What does number 22 say?
Refinance your mortgage.
Okay.
With interest rates the way they are for most of us, is probably not the time to refinance. But keep this in the back of your pocket as a long-term money saver for later down the line when the interest rates drop. You have to pay attention to that. You don't want to do it when interest is cray-cray like it is right now.
It's a timing thing. That's right. Real estate is timing, location, and timing.
It could be some way to save you money.
That's it.
But don't get a second mortgage. Don't do that.
That's it. And I think the
do that.
most powerful one, number 23, and the last one that we're going to discuss, I believe this is the most important one, or a big one, because it requires discipline, and that is learn the power of no, or not now.
Or not now.
We live in a world of instant gratification, food from our favorite restaurants at our door in an hour or less, the show you want to binge, ready to hit play now, ads on social media, everything is just right here, capable to be delivered to our doorstep. So with that instant gratification mind, come on, sometimes you have to delay the gratification for
a while, a little while.
Well, so you're not sacrificing, and you have a bigger plan in mind, and you keep the big picture of what you're trying to do in mind, as opposed to just trying to, because let's be honest, things only satisfy us for a short time, and then we're on to the next.
I saw something yesterday that said, and this is with all of these tips, and this could go not only with money, but anything, any goal, or something that you're striving for. A year from now, you'll be so glad that you started today.
Wow.
Start somewhere.
Start today.
Start. Don't take all of these and get overwhelmed. Pick one.
Yeah.
Pick two.
Yeah.
Work on those. Do them. Then go back and add some more.
Good stuff. I love that a year from now, you'll be glad that you said no.
No,
hey,
that's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said a year from now, you'll be so glad that you started today.
That you started today, this very day.
Or said no.
Either way, it works.
It works.
Hey, hope you were encouraged by that. Remember, Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. And I hope you were blessed. You can catch us next time right here on the Junto Podcast. Remember, you can stop by anytime, juntopodcast.com. Grab a shirt while you're there. And be blessed, be safe if you're part of this storm, Heather. And we'll see you next time.
I don't know why they called it that. Yep.
Oh, I do. Trust me.
Y'all stay warm. The Together Podcast.
See you later.
Bye.
Take care.